know what she's looking for.
It's like she knows.
Isn't that Tootsie? When did Edna get back?
I'm afraid she didn't.
It's not like her to let Tootsie out of her sight for long. Look, we've got some really sad news. Edna died yesterday. She's been ill for some time.
That's awful. I had no idea.
Yeah, she's really going to be missed. We're going to have to break the news to some more people. I'm not looking forward to that.
Me neither. But talking my dad round's going to be the hardest.
How's he taking it?
He says it's my fault that he never got to say goodbye.
Yeah, but he's upset. We had to respect her wishes. You can't feel guilty for that.
But I do. And that's not the only reason. Lily asked if I'd do the funeral. It's what Edna wanted, and neither of them knew I'd stood down. I couldn't say no. But I don't see how I'm going to be able to do it.
Maybe I wouldn't have to tell him. I could just take some hair off his comb or something and send it off.
That wouldn't be good.
But if it turns out he is my dad, he'd never have to know I took the test.
Well, I still think it's best if you're honest with him. You know, you're in this state because he didn't tell you the truth.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Look, just remember, whatever happens, I'm here for you.
So glad you're home.
No. I think it's time we welcomed Andy into the family properly.
Like your friends did, you mean?
I was rather hoping that we were drawing a line under all that.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I know. Actually, there's something I need to talk to you about. Andy Lucky, do you mind leaving us alone for a minute?
Sure. Come on, I'll get you left to the bus stop.
Sorry if I'm interrupting. Just thought maybe now you'd had a chance to calm down. Could talk properly about a bit of business.
Robert sent you round for the big sell, has he?
Look, we've drawn up some figures and we reckon there's a good deal on the table. For both of us. Trust me, this is an offer you can't refuse.
All right. Well, I think we'd better discuss this in my office. Come on.
Hey. Thought you could do with a coffee? What's brought this on? Look, I was wondering whether you could have a look out for a couple of second-hand cars for the taxi business.
Oh. You're probably better off asking Kane, to be honest.
I'm sure you get us a better deal, wouldn't you? And I was also hoping that you could be the one that looks after them after me and Peter, you know, up and running.
I see. So I'm good enough to scout you cars and be your grease monkey, but I'm not good enough to have my name on the licence or be part of the actual business.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
No, that's exactly what you meant. You'd do anything to get Pete on board, but you're worried he won't play along if I'm in the picture.
Well, I didn't think you'd care. And, Ross, I'm sorry, but you do have to admit, it would be a problem.
Oh, you bet. Just a shame you can't remember why. He beat me up and left me for dead. That's not very brotherly, is it? And yet somehow I'm still the villain and you're running around trying to make everything perfect for him.
Right, well, I'm sorry that you see it that way.
No, I'm telling it how it is, Finn. You still want me involved, then you know where I am. But I won't hold my breath. I get along just fine without your taxis. Now go on, clear off. I've got stuff to do.
Hi. Have you seen Jacob?
Not today. He was back home with Layla last night, wasn't he? Maybe he's with her.
No, she's at the hospital. Last time she saw him was this morning, and he's not answering his phone. Obviously, he's still angry. I just want to have another chance to see if he'll go and visit David.
There's something I should have told you. I caught him in here yesterday on your laptop.
You're supposed to be working his socks off, not letting him play silly games on my computer.
No, he was trying to book a flight back to Portugal. And he was using your credit card.
What? Why are you telling me this now?
Well, because I knew how upset you'd been, and I didn't want to make things worse, so I thought I'd handle things myself.
And you did it so well, he's disappeared.
I just tried to make him realise that
David's just had major surgery, and if he was going to be whiny and selfish about it, then maybe he should go.
You might just as well have driven him to the airport.
It was supposed to be reverse psychology.
At least you've got my credit card back. It can be halfway round the world!
I know you didn't want to listen yesterday, but I'm hoping Charity's made you see sense. See, she's dropped off the paperwork. Is there anything I need to explain?
Far from it. She's a great saleswoman. It all makes sense. Home James already has experience transporting farm equipment.
And events. It'll help you reduce your costs and increase your profits.
Yes, I can see that from the provisional figures.
And I can see you're impressed.
Indeed. I don't really understand what you're doing here.
Sorry?
Well, I've already worked out the details for Charity.
Yeah, that's just the deal. We still need to discuss how we're taking things forward.
Don't think so.
Lawrence, you know it's time I step back into this business. And this is the perfect opportunity. I understand it might be a bit uncomfortable at first, but you can't deny we were a great team before.
I'm afraid after all you've done, I could never work with you again. Oh, well, thanks for the deal, but I don't need you anymore.
I was expecting to find my dad in the pub, if I'm honest.
He said that if he started drinking, he was worried that he wouldn't stop. He told me about Edna. Can't believe she's gone. I tried talking to him, but he said that he wanted to be on his own.
He's taken it very badly. She was his best friend.
Well, maybe this is your chance to, have a chat with him. I'll see you later. Bye, Sandy.
Dad. No, please, just hear me out. If I'd known how ill she was, or how long she has left, then I would have told you. But it all happened too quickly.
It's not just you I'm angry with, it's me! Me! There's so many things I should have said. But I didn't.
Well, then, if you'd had the chance, what would you have said?
How'd you sum up friendship? I suppose you never think about it. Until it's lost.
Certainly made a strange pair. Complete opposites.
Yes. Yes, opposite. Strange pair that happened to fit together rather well.
I'm going to miss it too. Recently, my condition has made me realize more acutely that nothing's forever. So you have to cherish the friends and family that you've got.
Yes. Yes, I suppose that makes more sense than worrying about something that's out of your hands.
Maybe we could try and help each other through this. Instead of grieving for what we've lost, we should try and remember the good times we had with Edna.
You owe me!
After the way you treated my daughter!
And none of that changes the fact that I built your company up! And I've saved your bacon enough times!
I'm not denying that. But I think it's time for us both to move on. And with this check, you'll be able to start up your own business somewhere else, preferably far away. I'd like you to think of it as the final settlement of your divorce.
And if I say no?
You'd be a fool. I'm not going to waste time haggling. And I think you'll find I've been a lot more generous than I need to be. We have a deal.
I guess so.
Has Liv told you what she was doing in my room yet? I still reckon she was after Nicky something.
You don't know that.
Keep telling you. She's trouble.
Yeah, well, it seems the school would agree with you. They called me this morning, said she hadn't turned up.
Right, well, start calling around her mates.
Is that what you did when I bunked off?
First few times, yeah, but you'd always turn up in the end. I thought she was starting to get on with Gabby. Should try her.
Yeah, well, they've fallen out now, and I don't think she's got many mates around here yet. Where have you been?
Diane said it would be all right if we came through. The store detective accused her of shoplifting at Ornham's Chemist in on the High Street.
Didn't find anything, though.
Well, they said she dumped it.
I know my rights. Can't prove anything without evidence.
Look, this really isn't my territory, but well, since I know the circumstances, I thought I ought to bring her home.
What circumstances?
Well, it's your dad's sentencing next week. I thought the two things could be connected.
Did you know? Why didn't you tell me?
Because I didn't want to upset you.
He's my dad, too. You had no right to keep that from me.
Oh, Edna, I can't believe it. Do you know what happened?
No idea. Hey, what do you want?
I'm here to help you lead a life of leisure. You don't want to be in Home James anymore, and I've just had a big payout from Lawrence, so why don't I take it off your hands?
You want my share of the business?
You'll finally be able to afford this place. Make your dreams come true, eh?
Yeah, if you up it by 5%.
Don't be ridiculous.
Well, my terms have just changed. Because that deal with Home Farm has just made my share of Home James much more valuable, and I think you know that.
Right, OK, let's talk about this.
You've got all of 5 seconds.
Right, OK, deal.
I knew you'd think my way. Thank you.
Dad, have I got good news for you?
Could do with some.
Charity can afford to pay for your half of the pub now.
Since when?
I got my solicitor to draw up an agreement for us. Home James and Home Farm working together for the next 5 years.
So, we've just got to sign and it's a done deal.
Well, I've done my bit. It's all down to you.
There we go. Wow, this is a great deal. Probably need to hand this over to Robert, though, because he's just agreed to buy me out.
Lawrence, could I have a word?
It's not really a good time right now.
I'm sorry, but I wanted to let you know that Edna Birch died yesterday.
Let's at least talk about this.
What's the point? You don't care how I feel anyway.
Well, that's not true.
Well, if you did, you'd let me decide whether I wanted to go or not.
I don't want to go, so I just thought you'd feel the same.
No, you mean you reckon you know what's good for me?
Look, we've both been through enough. It's probably best we just try and forget about him.
There you go again. Making all the decisions.
I thought you wanted me to look after you, isn't that why you came here?
No, I came here because I wanted to be with my brother.
You got a funny way of showing it.
Yeah, and you've got a funny idea what a brother is. Didn't think it mean you being the boss of me and telling me what I can and can't do?
All right, well, then I guess we're both learning how this goes, aren't we? Don't want us to keep rowing all the time.
Yeah, well, you better leave me alone. Because right now I hate you.
I can only hope that she's at peace now. Oh, if there are any funds needed for the funeral, please tell Harriet that I'd be happy to help.
Thank you.
She deserves to be properly remembered. I'll certainly never forget her. Suppose you've come over to gloat about your little triumph.
You didn't think I was just going to sit back and let you ruin a good opportunity for me? You'd have done exactly the same thing.
You're probably right.
Oh, so that's it? You're not going to try and fight me on this?
There'd be no point. It's Jimmy and Nicola I feel sorry for.
Oh, we'll be fine.
I doubt it. But we've just lost someone who's worth 10 of you. So I really don't care. Do what you want.
Right. Alicia hasn't heard anything, so that rules out Portugal.
You blame me, don't you?
Well, it is your fault. You let him waltz out of here with my credit card, he could be anywhere.
Well, there must be something we could do. Could you check your credit card statement?
Just have to call the police.
Do we have to tell David?
It's the last thing he needs to hear right now, but we have no choice. Where have you been?
I went to the airport, but I couldn't get on the plane. I know I can't just run away. Everything you said was right, Tracy. I've been selfish. I'm sorry. I just didn't want David to see how scared I am.
He just needs to know that we're all here to support him.
Yeah, I know. Will you take me to see him?
Of course.
Can anyone help with my homework?
Don't look at me. I always struggled at school. Detention was my best subject.
Sorry, you two. Can I, have a quick word with Dad?
Again? We was going to help with my project.
Well, he'll have to do it later, then.
Actually, I could give it a go. Come on.
Great.
Okay, I know what you're going to say. I'm sorry about Robert and the divorce. I just
This has got
thought...
nothing to do with Robert. Will you just listen? We've had a lot of secrets between us. I don't want to go sneaking around anymore. I want a DNA sample.
You're serious?
Believe me, nothing would make me happier than if it proves that I'm your daughter.
Haven't I been a good father to you?
The best. And I will always love you as my dad. But all of this doubt is just casting a shadow over everything.
I have always been there for you, Chrissy. Remember? Doesn't that mean anything?
Yeah, of course it does. And I will always love you as my dad. But I need answers. So will you give me the DNA test or not?
Been to look for you at the garage.
Thought I'd pop back and see Moses on my break. He's upstairs, sleeping.
And I said he might as well stay and have something to eat while he's here.
So, what do you want? Or are you just here to brag that you and Pete are going to be business partners?
No. Came to say I'm sorry.
Makes a change.
Look, I've been thinking about it, and I do want us all involved. I want you fully on board with the business.
You've changed your tune.
Well, Mum's right. Should really be us three Barton boys working together, really, shouldn't it?
Yeah, this is perfect. It's what I've always wanted.
Great. Great, well, I'm glad that's sorted. Could be a really good thing for all of us, this.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Honestly, I won't let you down.
Ah, look, I caught you both. Jimmy, glad to see you got some clothes on this time.
We were just having a cup of tea.
Edna would think it more appropriate than alcohol, so we thought we'd raise a toast to her.
Oh, I heard about that. Anyway, I've got some news to cheer you up. You've got yourselves a new business partner. I've just bought Charity's share of Home James.
You are? She can't sell without talking to us first.
Oh, I think she can, and she did.
Dad, please, I don't want this.
Just found out that Edna Birch has died. It reminded me what secrets did to me back then.
So, I'm going to be honest with you now. I'm not going to stand in your way anymore.
See, the sooner we do this, the sooner we can put it behind us.
I want you to know that I did it for the best. As far as I was concerned, you were my daughter from the moment I first set eyes on you. And you always will be.
That is all I want the test to prove.
Yes, but you need to understand how much I've always loved you. And how much I always will.
And you'll give me the sample.
I don't need to. The timeline never added up, so I've always known. I'm not your biological father.
Still to come tonight, we're off to Coronation Street. Next, then with a cracking lineup, we're at the London Palladium at 8. And at 9, we're going behind bars at Her Majesty's Prison, Norwich.